recruiter here at Climate People, joined by our wonderful Natalie, who is our marketing lead here. Trupti, thank you so much for working with Climate People and helping us find you a position here with one of our clients. So thank you so much. So I remember talking to you in some way, shape, or form. You were already connected to the climate. You have been working with an ag tech company of sorts. So, at what point did you think that it was important to move to a more climate agnostic company, if I may have to say, or climate friendly company, if I may have to say? What was the turning point for you? What was the point where you thought, okay, I have to find something more compelling in the industry?
Yeah. So for me, I mean, I think it was like maybe 5 or 8 years ago, I kind of said to myself, like, you're going to have to start working for a mission-driven company. Farming, food, climate have always been a topic of conversation in our household, to the point where, we're thinking about getting solar panels, and we're thinking about we always talk about the ocean and the reefs and the impact of climate on that, which is heartbreaking for us. And we constantly think, we even said to ourselves, hey, how can we make a difference by recycling more and using reducing our plastic by 25% as a household, which has been quite hard, but we're trying, and so for us, we want to do our little part that we can. And for me, it was really important to take this passion and also put it behind a job, right? So when you go to work, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like you're coming into work and you're doing something really impactful, even how big or how small it is. It's like your goal in life is to walk away, leaving this place a little bit better, if you can. And that's really important to me. And if I can do that by personally and professionally, wow, I'm winning.
Yes, yes. And this opportunity that we presented to you came and went and then came back to you again. You wanted to work for a climate friendly company, you wanted to make an impact. But at the same time, you were also, what I liked about you is you were not ready to compromise on the kind of job that you want to take and the kind of impact that you can make. So that was also, the job profile also was very important to you, along with working for a climate friendly company. So how do you think the client also followed up with you on this? And so what is your work experience working with climate people, and how did you think you were able to turn around and say, okay, I have to talk about this? Because there was a time, there was a lag, and then we got back to this. So tell us about your experience with climate people and how this all came through in the end.
I know, yes, you're right. I did go kind of back and forth. And for me, initially, I was hung up on probably something that was not really important to be hung up on. And to be totally honest, it was like, it was a little bit of a lateral move for me. And then when I kind of took a step back at which I think we had some great conversations. You're the one who were like my my guidance counselor, like in every aspect of the way. And you gave me some really great advice, and just say, don't look at the holistic view of this entire opportunity, not just this one little silo piece. And then I talked to my husband, and he's like, think of this is not only do you get excited about the product, think of this as an opportunity to also completely grow in the company in itself, because there is growth opportunity, which is something you mentioned too. In addition to that, I know my husband was like, where you're at right now, you've done everything you can. You're kind of capped. And it is a small company. It's a wonderful company. I can't say anything bad about it. But it's one in a small company. Generally, it has to go to that next evolution of being acquired, or they acquire somebody, and that's how their growth level is. And so it's still trying to figure it out. So I was kind of capped from a role perspective and a challenge perspective. And so for me, it was really, really important to have a company that was solving a really cool thing and a cool product, which is, and I know that I'm going to be definitely challenged there. So that's for sure.
Nice, nice. Now, you've touched upon your experience working with climate people, but what advice would you have for candidates that are looking for jobs within the industry? What is your feedback about climate people, about us, and what is your recommendation for candidates that are watching your video? How do you think they should go about with their journey switching into a climate job?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important to make sure that you truly believe in the mission and the vision and the company you work for. So there was two aspects that the reason why I contacted you was I wanted to make sure that you were also aligning yourself into the right industry and the right companies that align to my professional beliefs. And so I think that's really important. Really, look into the vision of the company, the direction of the company, the culture of the company. Those are really, really important. And when you find those things, I think everything else kind of aligns and comes, it's there. And so, um, so far, in the last 2 or 3 jobs that I've had, I truly believed in the mission and the vision and the culture of the company. And those were the 3 companies that I truly um, excelled and was extremely happy. And one was the company that I work for right now. The prior was we helped small businesses grow, so that was a big passion of mine. And then hopefully the company that I'm going to. So I truly believe that go where you truly believe in the vision and the culture.
Okay. Do you want to tell us about where you're going?
Yeah, I am going. I'm going to Indigo Ag.
As a product manager.
As a product
Fantastic.
manager.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm very excited. What was really nice about that company was, and this was really important, when you're interviewing, you can feel it. You can feel the connection when you're interviewing with people. When I interviewed at Indigo Ag, I believe it was 4 or 5 people, and every one of them, I felt it was a very interesting dialogue between us. We were having conversations back and forth, and you could feel that connection. And then you walked out of there going, oh wow, I can work with these people, like these guys are passionate, and so like you can automatically feel it. And so I would,
Awesome.
yeah.
All right. And then what we take pride is the 1% to the planet that we contribute. So did you decide where you want us to contribute the 1% from?
Yeah, name the 2 companies again. And
we have the Hunnell Foundation and Soulfire Farm.
Soulfire Farms is the one I.
Everyone that we place in Indigo is like, yep, the parallels are too real.
Soulfire Farm.
No, Soulfire Farm. I was like, I just couldn't remember the name, but I read about them.
Perfect. Yeah, everyone's ready to go. It has to. They're like the farming parallel. It's too obvious. We have to do it. Awesome.
For sure.
Great. Yeah. So anything else that you want to say, or otherwise I think we are done, right, Natalie?
No. I mean, Aruna, I'm going to have to say big kudos to you. Thank you for not only like listening to what I really wanted and being patient with me, because I know there was times where we were going back and forth, and you were really patient with me, and you guided me, and you took your time to talk to me, and you made time for me, and so I appreciate that.
Thank you. And I know there was a time when you wanted your space and didn't want to talk to me, and I'm like, okay, Trupti does not want to talk to me now, and that's okay.
Oh.